Starting goalie, number 1, Drew Hines. On defense, number 11, Liam Brooks. Also on defense, number 15, Bodie Burris. At wing, number 9, Zane Medlin. On the other wing, number 5, Owen Kraft. And starting at center, number 6, Noah McGoffin. And the rest of the North team. Now for the home team representing the East, in goal, number 30, Hayden Wagner. On defense, number 2, Henrik Sickett. Also on defense, number 4, Logan Penton. Up on wing, number 15, Fletcher Person. On the other side, number 7, Henry Meyer. And starting at center, number 10, Riley Cole. And the rest of the East team. And now, if you would, please rise, gentlemen, please remove your caps as we honor America and play our national anthem.
Game number 4 here from Bloomington Ice Gardens in the 2023 Stars of Tomorrow event. We're happy to have you along here. Jeff Pappas with the call in these games. Today we're brought to you by Latza Matza and by Summit Orthopedic. These colors look familiar to you. They should, because they're the same as the last game, as 2010 boys final is the same as the girls. It's the North team off to our right in the silver uniforms and the East team off to our left, and the East teams have won all 3 of the games that have been played so far. We do have a final, by the way, that does not feature an East team. It's our next game, and that will be South versus West. And we are ready to go here with the opening face-off, and we're underway. And the North will play it into the zone, and it's going to be picked up there and played down by Noah McGovern of Grand Forks. Number of different localities represented, of course, in this game, but a lot of Woodbury players on the team. There's a shot that goes off the goaltender's mask in front, and a follow-up chance as North was pressing there, and it goes back beside the goal. In goal for the East is number 30, Hayden Wagner. He is from Woodbury, and he is one of 6 players from Woodbury on this East team. Now played back behind the goal. And finally, the East gets possession. Henrik Sikic, number 2, plays it up the wing. Again, one of the Woodbury players. And now Henry Meyer, leading scorer for the team, is dispossessed. And over the line comes Owen Kraft from Moorhead. And what a good Moorhead hockey name, of course, Kraft is. And now it's played up the wall and into the right point area, and now it's swatted towards the front of the net. Relay shot, they score, and the North is on the board. And a very well placed shot by Roderick Jackson of Warroad. And it's 1-0 North after only 1 minute and 14 seconds of play. Again, we play 21-minute halves here, and the North is already out on top. Now played into the North zone for the first time. And right out to center, and they got a 2-on-1. And they come over the line, a centering pass, a chance, and a toe save there, and a good chance opportunity for Will Olek from Duluth. Olek got an assist on the first goal, and here's a shot that goes wide. And finally out to center ice, where it's going to be controlled by the East, and on the turn there is number 6, Brady Thole, another Woodbury player. And he's in over the line, and that's taken away from him by Charlie Marvin from Warroad. Speaking of good hockey names, how about Marvin's in Warroad as it winds up. Now behind the net, a centering pass comes up the slot, and here's a shot. Blocker pad saved there off the stick of Sikic. Now back behind the goal. Controlled there for the North by Parker Deraney of Detroit Lakes, and now puck goes to the corner on the far side. Players from both teams will scrape away at it, and now it winds up behind the net to the corner. East in possession, and number 12, Blake Langer out of Forest Lake. Now leaving it there, Grady Giever from Hugo. And there's a shot that goes just wide of the goal. Now Giever again in front of the goal, and it's going to run out towards the high slot, picked up there and carried out to center by the North's Marvin, and he's over the line. Marvin takes a shot, and that's a easy stop there for East goaltender Hayden Wagner. Now the East going to play it out of the corner here, and that's Giefer with it. Comes up the boards, and now they'll try to muscle the puck in front of the goal, and it's going to be finally picked up there in the left corner by the Norris Colby Kyoto from Grand Rapids. Now comes to the left of the goal, and Wagner has to be quick there as the puck was headed behind the net, and he trapped it against the post instead to get a stoppage. 17:22 to go. Meyer, the leading scorer for the East team, 7 points, including 6 goals. Crosby Rankin with 6. Jackson Cook with 4. And for the North team, they're led by Owen Kraft with 4 and Roderick Jackson also with 4. So we have the puck still in the East zone, 17:09 to go. And a centering pass and a good opportunity in front there for Zane Medlin from Duluth. And now it comes out to center and it's played back into the north end. That's going to be an icing call with 16:56 to go. East undefeated. They defeated West 5-3, South 6-4, and then yesterday, same North team by 4-2. That's the only loss for North. They defeated South 3-1 and West 5-1. So 2-1 plays 3-0 for the championship here. And going to be picked up now by the East, and Henry Meyer starts out. And it's poke checked off his stick. And now shot on into the zone by Fletcher Persig from Albert Lee. 16.5 now to go in the first period. Behind the net, the North Kraft brings it out the right side. And a pass out to center ice. And here comes North over the line. And that's McGalvran, and he lost possession. And he picked up, and they try to feed it to center ice, and they do. Here's Persig giving it to Meyer. Comes over the line. He's dispossessed. Puck bounds out to center ice and loose in the circle now. Finally played back into the north zone and cleared ahead, and now here's a chance down the wing. And a centering pass by William Oldick, and that's broken up. Now a centering pass hits the side of the net and caroms out to center ice. Back for it for the North is Deraney. Clears to the near side and now turns it back in front of the goal. And now here comes the North. Over the line. Shot and a stop made. Puck came over to the near side. Bodie Burris with a chance. Out to center ice. And now North in control again, and they lift it ahead, and it gets over the boards and into the bench. So we'll get a stoppage of 15:23 to play. 2 games to go still. After this one is over, the 2011 girls, it's South versus West, and the 2011 boys, East-West. Coastal matchup. Comes out to center, now a pass off to the left, and East will break in. And they shot and a stick save there off Brody Thole, and now comes off to the boards, finally behind the net, and the North will clean up. They start up the near side, Olick with it, and out to center they come. Over the line, and unable to play it towards the net was Jackson. Now Roderick Jackson centers it, there's nobody home, and the East will pick it up and carry to center ice. Rankin. Now a rink-wide pass over the line, and that's going to be broken up. And finally play it out to center by the North. Down the near wing they come, 2-on-1. And a centering pass, a shot over the top as nice work there by Jackson and Marvin, the 2 War Road players. And now winds up behind the net. And cleared out by the East, and they will carry over the line. They get there, and Ben Wolfram from Chaska is ridden off. Comes to the near boards and now played to the right point. There's a shot that goes off the traffic and wide from Andy Diskerud from Roseville. Now played to the right edge of the North goal and only swatted around behind by Langer. Now he picked up there along the near wall. And they come out and they got big numbers here. 2-on-1, but they're changing, and they still keep a 2-on-1. Here's a shot and a save made. Good opportunity there for the North and Marvin. Now, here's a shot for the point. Deflected down in front. The initial shot taken by Henry Budweiler from Alexandria. Now over the line. Here comes the East. They flick it towards the goal, and it goes wide through Langer. Now, it's loose in the left corner. And you saw 4 red shirts on that last possession, all in on the puck. And when it came free, it was Liberty Hall for North, and they were not able to find the range. Now played to the left point, and now swung over to the near side. Here's the East. Sikic shooting, and they score! It was a cross-ice pass that wound up tipped home, and Henry Meyer seems to have the magic touch. And that is Meyer's 6th goal of the tournament, and the game is tied at 1. Now played back into the zone. Not much Otten could do with that, as he had to try to play the puck across. Now the North spin and shoot, and that winds up going wide from Medlin. And Sikic made that play with a little cross-ice feed, and the goaltender could not go side to side and get squared up against Meyer. And now here they come in again, a shot, and there's a blocker pad save. That goes over the top, and a good chance for Logan Petronik. Now behind the net, a centering pass is tipped, and it comes to the near side. North will carry it out to center. 12 minutes to go here in the opening half as Kraft hits the line. And then it's poke checked away from him. Now played to center, and a couple of swats at it out of the air by Meyer, and he's not able to control it, but he sure looked good. The puck comes to the far side, and finally it's played on out to center. And the East ready to come back in. They carry over the line, and that is knocked away. North back, 2-on-2 with the trailer. They hit the line, they try to saucer pass across, and it went off the defense from Roderick Jackson. Now here's a shot from the circle by Wise, Ethan Wise out of Hermantown. And now behind the net, the North, a 1-1 tie, trying to come out of the corner. Now picked up there by the East and swung around on the far side by Braden Stenger. And it comes to neutral. Now carried ahead. Stenger over the line for the East. Stenger. Yeah, it was redirected towards the corner. Now tries to come in front anyway, and it winds up going behind the net, where it's going to be picked up by the North and Cruz Greshner, number 2. Played ahead and out to center. Running along the line, and finally it's going to be picked up by the North. Olek. That neutral ice picked up, and now here comes the East back in. And this is Rankin. He is taken off the puck there by Duraney. Winds up coming up the slot, and a shot is blocked as Rankin with a good opportunity could not get that to fall. Now a drop back to the right point, and here's Sikic with it, feeding it over to the left. Here's a shot and a glove catch made by Drew Otten on the shot by Petronik, and we'll get a face-off in the North zone. Just over halfway through the first here. 10 minutes, 20 seconds to go in a 1-1 game. Number 4 out of 6 here on Championship Sunday. And get most everybody home in time for dinner, as well as the last game scheduled to start about 4 o'clock here this afternoon. Now a rink-wide pass, and the North comes to center. Pass over the middle, and breaking in, cutting backhand, a forehand, and shooting right on. A save made was Colby Kyoto. And a good stop there by Wagner. Stood his ground and made the stop. 10:03 now to go. Pickup coming up to the right. Face-off coming up to the right of the goal, and now going to be controlled by the North as Andrew Schultz tries to play it over. Now it winds up at center, and Schultz has it back. And he'll backhand it into the zone. Chasing after it. Sikic there. Now goes around behind the net, and the forecheck catches up with Petronik. And now over to the far side. Wolfram clearing it, and that is going to get out of play. We'll get a face-off here. 9:38 to go in the opening half of play. Thank Latza Matza for their regular sponsorship of events here on the Youth Hockey Hub. Summit Orthopedic also helping bring you this game. Stars of tomorrow, and we've seen a very good skill level here. Now played along the blue line and finally shot on into the zone by Persig. And now the puck goes behind the net into the right corner, and it's going to be tipped ahead and finally out to center, where it's controlled by Stenger for the East, and now played back into the zone, and it'll come rink wide to the near side. And the North will gain possession with 9 minutes left in the first. And Kraft goes over the line, tried to split 2 defenders, is taken down. There's going to be a penalty coming up here to Diskerud. And it'll put the North on a power play with 8 minutes and 50 seconds to go. Interference is the call. And Andy Diskerud of Roseville will go for interference. Power play, North in possession. Rainey feeds it across. Now loose by the left edge. Here's a shot that hits the outside of the goal from Kraft. Now behind the goal, we'll see what kind of pressure the North can put on here. 8.5 minutes to play. Comes up the slot, and now down low. Good return pass. Shot. Oh, it hit the crossbar, I believe, as Zane Medlin cranked one off the bar. Now he picked up there by Duraney. Players falling. And now here's Duraney again. Goal line extended. Kraft swings around behind the net. And he is taken in against the boards by Stenger. North keeping possession behind the goal. 1:15 to go in the power play. And it runs to the circle. Finally, it's going to be picked up by the East, and they will carry it out. Petronik feeding it over to the near side for Meyer, and a little bit too far. Back out to center. And the North in control. They play it through neutral ice and over the line. They come. Wise shooting. Stick save there by Wagner off to the near side and cleared finally out to center ice. Over halfway through the power play. Pretty good puck movement here by North on this extra man as Oleg takes it behind the net. Now comes out the near side, drops it up the slot. Only a pass over to the right point. Here's a shot and a glove catch, as cool as you please. And we'll get a stoppage in play as the puck came onto the stick of Cruz Greshner out of Virginia. Face-off coming up now to the left of Wagner. Now behind the goal. Puck runs around to the near side. Half a minute in the power play. And now the North. Y is trying to find it. He does. He shoots, and a save made by Wagner. Puck winds up behind the net. Sikic there. Clears to the right point. Not out. Held by Greshner. Now up the slot, and here's Buttweiler closing in. He takes the shot, and a stop made by Wagner. Face-off coming up. Nice work there by the Alexandria native, Henry Buttweiler. Face-off coming up to the right of Wagner in goal with 7 minutes to go in the first half. 11 seconds of power play left. North has done some nice puck movement here, but haven't been able to find a way to goal. And now here's Buttweiler, and that is deflected wide. And with 4 seconds to go, now the East will break out, and they'll get their player back soon. And stepping on to end the penalty, Diskerud is now a free man as the puck comes out to center ice. And finally picked up there by the East, backing into his zone. Stenger feeds it to the near side, and now Rankin over the line, leaving a drop pass. And it's returned in front, and it changed direction. That was a nice play there by Rankin to tip the puck, and an even better play by Otten to track it all the way to his pads and get the face-off. 6:29 to go in the first half. Face-off controlled by the East. And here's a shot that doesn't get through. Finally picked up there by Schultz, and he plays it out to center ice. Petrovic on the turn there at his blue line. He leads the charge now over the line to the far side, and he plays it to the wall, and that's intercepted. They try to play it, the North does, up the wall, and Marvin couldn't get to it. Now it comes in front, loose, and now the North will break out. Too wide, and over the line they come, and this is Buttweiler, and he goes right in on goal. Good strength, drop pass, a shot goes wide, and it comes to the near boards. And Buttweiler with a very nice piece of offensive skill there. They come off the wall, and Marvin centers it, and it comes right on, as it was a good chance. And Kyoto was unable to steer it home. Good stop made there by Wagner. 5:44 to go. Face-off coming up. Now 4 in the corner. The puck comes to the near side. The East clears to the line, but it's held in. And here's a shot deflected, and that was another good stop. Puck came to the point. Burris took the shot. Kraft tipped it, and Wagner saved it. Puck played around behind to the far boards. North trying to play it in front there as Brooks started it, and they get another save in front. It's picked up now by the East. A long pass, and they sneak in on the left side. And it's Meyer. Ends up going behind the net and losing possession. Now played and tipped on out to center, and here's a 2-on-1 for the North with back pressure. They come in over the line, and a centering pass, but it was too late, and it was tipped wide by Owen Kraft, and they come off the wall to the North, and now it's going to be held right on the blue line. And a nice play there by Zane Medlin. Behind the net, and now it's going to run towards the near boards, and it's controlled there finally by Grady Giefer, who plays it out to center ice. And now here is Duraney over the line, passing to the left for Kraft, and he takes a shot, and it goes wide. Picked up by Medlin along the wall. And he feeds it down, and the North continues to press here along the far boards, and Jackson can't get it to the front of the net. Now he gets it back, and Roderick Jackson goes towards the corner, and then he is ridden off, but Kraft is there to poke it right back behind the goal. Just over 4 minutes to go in the first half now. An outlet pass is blocked, and it's going to come to the left point. North will hold that zone. as Duraney unable to play it on goal, though, and the East will come out. Here's Meyer. Long slap shot and a save made by Olson with a blocker off to the boards. 3:48 left in the period, and now a pass to the near side. That's a lovely pass, and here comes Olek in. Oh, he threw it across, and they're just a step slow there for Roderick Jackson, and just a wonderful breakout pass there. And Olek had a shot, thought he had a better one if he passed it, and then they got no shot at all as it turned out, and now Petronik along the far boards plays it, and here comes the East at center ice. Meyer hits the line, takes the shot, and a glove catch made by Drew Otten as we get a face-off. With 3:15 to go, North with one goaltender dressed today. Will Arnold, the other goaltender in this team, but now Otten appears to be able to go the whole way East with two goaltenders dressed, so they'll have to split time. And now a pass up the middle, and it comes into the zone. East team behind the net, Stenger now feeds it up the near wall with just over 3 minutes to go. Down to the left point, here's a shot through traffic and a good stop as Buttweiler took the shot, and Wagner stood his ground. 2:56 to go in the opening half. And the East wins the draw as Cook pulls it back. Jackson Cook, yet another of the Woodbury contingent here. Now cleared to the left point. Buttweiler feeds it down the wall. Now a centering pass is broken up, and East team will come to center, but no farther as Schultz plays it in on the right, then cuts for the net. That pass is intercepted, and now Cook on the turn, and it's 3-on-2 going back for East. And here's Rankin closing in. He shoots, he scores! What a pretty goal by Crosby Rankin. And the East goes on top 2-1 with 2:23 to go here in the first half of play. And a nice goal there, finish for Crosby Rankin. And again, the East teams continuing to play well. And Crosby Rankin now has 7 points on 5 goals and 2 assists. Now out to center. And now the North comes in, trailing 2-1. And McGovern goes behind the goal. And it comes up the slot and back out as a shot comes off the defense and wide from Brooks. Now cleared to the left point. That's going to be held in there by Greshner, who takes a shot that's right on, and a save made by Wagner. And a face-off coming up. .145 to go in the first half, and a 2-1 lead for the East. Now played back behind the net, and the East will try the far side. Played on out to center ice. It's going to run behind the intended receiver Meyer, and over the line the North comes back. And now it's McGovern going around behind and lost the puck. Now a rink-wide pass is deflected out to center, and the North will come back for it through Brooks. Played out to center. And Roderick Jackson put himself offside as he came into the zone. Now the delayed offside is taken off when they clear. And played out to center, and here come the East in, and Meyer takes a shot, fought off there by Drew Otten. Last minute of play in the first half. Now a long pass to the right. The North carries it in. Here's Jackson. He takes a shot, pad save, and a big rebound. Came up the slot, and it's controlled by the East as they will lug it out of there. And over the line, Riley Cook. And he is steered off to the boards. Puck comes in front. Meyer can't find it to shoot on the rebound, and now we have the puck in the corner. Meyer does in the near side, feeds it to the right point, and then plays it back down. Tried to take a shot. That was blocked as Diskerud fed him. Now Diskerud at the right point holds the zone and goes back to Meyer. Comes off the wall in front. He takes a shot, and it goes wide. And a little bit high over the top as well. Now a rink-wide pass to the near side is tipped ahead with 14 seconds to go. That'll be icing on the North team. We'll go back with 11 seconds to go in the first half and a face-off to the left of the North goaltender, Drew Otten. Face-off won by the East, Sikic, and that's blocked by Wise and goes off to the far boards with 3 seconds to go. First half will come to an end with the puck at the right edge of the goal crease, and our score is the East 2 and the North 1. So we'll take a brief timeout here. Teams can catch their breath and come back with our second half next here on the Youth Hockey Hub.
Brewpub Pizza is specifically designed with the hungry in mind. It's big, it's bold, and it's outrageously delicious. Brewpub Latza Matza Pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies, topped with over a half pound of real Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. When you're looking for the ultimate pizza adventure, when you crave a really serious pizza that brings the great Brewpub experience, this is the one. Pick it up today at your favorite local grocer. Brewpub Latza Matza Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
I think anytime you're beginning a season or beginning a new sport where maybe you haven't been as well conditioned as later in the season or near the end of the year, that's when you're going to be most prone to overuse types of injuries. That's going to be sprains and strains and tendonitis and stress fractures. And so I think it's most important to kind of slowly ramp up into an activity and build your volume in a stepwise way instead of jumping in all at once.
Brewpub Pizza is specifically designed with the hungry in mind. It's big, it's bold, and it's outrageously delicious. Brewpub Latza Matza Pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies, topped with over a half pound of real Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. When you're looking for the ultimate pizza adventure, when you crave a really serious pizza that brings the great Brewpub experience, this is the one. Pick it up today at your favorite local grocer. Brewpub Latza Matza Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
I think anytime you're beginning a season or beginning a new sport where maybe you haven't been as well conditioned as later in the season or near the end of the year, that's when you're going to be most prone to overuse types of injuries. That's going to be sprains and strains and tendonitis and stress fractures. And so I think it's most important to kind of slowly ramp up into an activity and build your volume in a stepwise way instead of jumping in all at once.
Brewpub
By
Pizza.
tournament rule, Elias Hopeman from Little Canada is now in goal for the East. And the North with one goaltender dressed today, which means Otten can go the whole way. 2 on the score. East on top, goals from Henry Meyer and Crosby Rankin. Now from the face-off, the East leading. And we're going to get a penalty right away against the North as breaking in for the East, Brady Thole was tripped. Now heading to the penalty box is Colby Kyoto from Grand Rapids. And a face-off coming up now in the North zone to the right of Drew Otten. Now played around behind the goal, and it's going to take a weird hop off the end boards, but stolen away down low by the East, and they feed over to the far side. And here's Stenger. Now it's loose in front, and finally fed off to the boards, and Stenger will catch up with it along the wall by the hash marks, but he lost out. Now played into the zone, rink wide into the East end of the ice. Rankin playing it ahead. He's got a goal. Now down the far side, it's played in over the line by Stenger. Minute 15 on the power play. And the one gray player manages to come out with the puck, but then could not clear it. It's loose down low and finally picked up there by Roderick Jackson behind the net. into the circle, and Jackson throws it ahead, and here comes the North end. Kraft over the line, fires, toe save there by the goaltender Holtman. And now played ahead, here comes the East back again. Cook over the line. And he crashes into the boards, puck winds up behind the net, 40 seconds to go in the power play. They have the puck behind the goal, fed off to the near side. And the East holds possession with 30 seconds to go in the power play, and Petronik has it at the left point. Now throws it across, tipped to the near circle, and then getting it back is Sikic. Back over to Petronik. And he feeds over to the far wall, and now a centering pass comes loose in front, and the North trying to play it out. They overskate, and where is it? Finally loose in the circle to the near side. 10 seconds of power play time remaining. And now played to the right point. It's going to be held there. Sikic working towards his left, and the penalized player ready to step back on, and he does. And a shot goes wide. The North kills off that power play, and they still trail 2-1 with plenty of time on the clock, though. 18 minutes and 45 seconds to go as the puck played ahead right through a line change and all the way back. And after it is Sikic for the East in the left corner. Plays it around on the near side, just out of the reach. And then getting it back was Thole, and now played to neutral ice. Thole trying to find a little space. And it's a nice job on the forecheck there by Riley Cook from Team East, and now played out to the blue line and not quite out. Cook trying to hold it, and now coming in to try to take it away from him. Now they'll play in. Here's a 2-on-1 low and a shot that goes wide. And a good chance there for East to make something happen. And Blake Langer with a good opportunity there. Now loose to the corner and played back behind the net. Cruz Greshner goes off to the wall, and they'll scrape at it there. Greshner plays it ahead, and it's going to go all the way down the ice. Be an icing call against the North. 17:40 to go in a 2-1 game. 2 more games to go here. As I mentioned earlier, it's the 2011s playing. We'll start with the girls, South and West, and then the boys, East and West. Face-off coming to the right of Otten's goal. And behind the net, the North trying to find a way out. They'll go around to the far side and now try it. And here's Marvin playing at the center. And East gains possession. Stenger fed it to the wall, and now they'll battle for it there. Now along the wall, the North gaining possession there with Kyoto trying to center it loose, and a save made. And a good stop there by Holtman. And we will get a face-off. Coming up to the left of Team East's goal with 17 minutes and 9 seconds to play, and both teams will get fresh troops out there. Now picked up from the faceoff by East, and they'll play it out to center ice. And stepping through is Rankin over the line, feeding it to the left. Here's a shot that goes off the defense and out of play. And we'll get a faceoff to the right of the North goal as Jason Cook on the draw and also took the last shot. Puck loose in the center circle and now cleared behind the net by the North. Now they'll carry it up. And they bring the puck to center ice. Over the line they come, working to his right. Here's a shot. Ooh, and it went off the goaltender and just wide from Medlin. Now Medlin picks it off again in the slot. Turns and fires, and he's high that time. Puck comes to the right corner, played behind by Rankin. On the far side as the North tries to hold the zone again. Medlin again trying to disrupt. Puck comes out to center ice. And now the East will carry in over the line. A backhanded centering pass goes a little bit too far for Cook from full. And now North will pick it up and play it out to center. It's 2 against 2. Over the line they come. Early pass. Here's Kraft in. He takes the shot, and he blazes away high and wide. And now the North will play it down deep as Medlin is at a pretty good chase. Score! Oh my goodness, from the corner, Kraft. And that ties the game at 2, and an unlikely goal there. But the North is tied at Owen Kraft scoring, and it is 2-2. Well, that's one you'd like to have back, as goaltender certainly is Holtman. And been caught a little by surprise there, but Kraft scores the goal, and it's 2-2. East back, and they come in with 3 attackers, and it's going to run to the front of the net where it's picked off and finally played out by Burris. Now back into the zone to the right. Marvin. Now a shot from the left point, and it sails wide. Now played back to the left corner and going back behind Burris. And Medlin getting assists, and Medlin really, for all he did on that shift, deserved a point. And here comes Schultz over the line. His pass is behind Marvin in the zone, and now East comes out and will carry it over the line. Langer working to the slot, and that winds up going wide of the goal and into the corner. 2-2 the score with 15 minutes to play in the second half. Comes out to center. Center. No, has it been a long day? Yes. Now it winds up going wide of the goal. And finally, going to get a stoppage with 14:49 to go. It's been a while since I called a quad, and now we got 2 more after this one, so I do beg your pardon if I drift from moment to moment. There are people that will tell you that that's not much different than what I usually do, and now we have a penalty coming here against the North, and it is going to be Charlie Marvin taking the penalty, and it will put the East on a power play with 14:49 to go. Marvin on the board. Though not in the way I think he would have wished. It's a penalty, and we'll catch the infraction in a moment. East on the power play. Petronik. That's Sikic on the near side. He throws it back across, and here's a shot and a save made off Meyer. Hooking is the penalty. Meyer overskated, comes back for it. From the top of the circle, he launches high over the top. Long Karam Sikic picks it up at the right point, closing in. Now threw it across. Petronik taking the shot. It changed direction on the way to the goal, but stayed out. Now here's Sikic again at the right point. Sikic thought about it. Now he crisscrosses a Petronik, goes down to Meyer on the goal line extended, takes the shot, save made. And the puck finally picked up by the North, and Wise clears it all the way down the ice. And that will be icing. 1 minute and 2 seconds in the power play. 13:50 left in the third period. A 2-2 tie, North and East here in the 2010 title game. Face-off coming up now to the right of the goal. Jason Cook on for the draw. I won it. And Petronik has it. No, check that. That's Stenger, 14 instead of 4. Now a centering pass. And that's Rankin. It's knocked off his stick. He comes back for it. 40 seconds to go. Rankin winds up, blazes away, and a save made by Drew Otten, and we'll get a face-off in the North zone. We're down to 39 seconds of power play time to go. Still 13 and a half minutes to play in regulation time. And now East will pick it up. And the defenders, Diskerud and Stenger, play catch. Is behind the net. And now with 29 seconds to go, here's Diskerud high in the slot. Feeds it over to Stenger. Comes around behind the net. Now leaves it behind the goal. Here's a centering pass, and they had it set up right in front of the goal, but it never did get to Cook. And along the way, the net came loose. So we will get a face-off again to the right of the North goal. 16 seconds in the power play. 13 minutes. And 5 seconds to go. and they win the draw to the east, and they come in a backhanded attempt. Perhaps, no, it's a drop to the top of the circle, and Rankin had possession, and the net came off again. And they got everything squared away now. 8 seconds of power play left, and it'll be Cook on for the face-off for the East, and he wins the draw. And Rankin has it, fanned on it, got it right back. Rankin fires, and that goes off the defense. Loose to the left edge, and Otten holding the post will make the save as the penalized player for the North, Marvin, steps back on.
Team North, full strike.
And the penalty is over. 2-2 with 12:48 left. Now at the right point, that's Sikic playing it down low. And the North trying to break out there as Buttweiler played it ahead. Now they do play the puck rink wide. Marvin to center ice, tipped ahead, and now over the line. Schultz can't get through. And Sikic plays it. It's going to be tipped into the zone, deflected. And so no icing there as Langer got a stick on it. Now at the right point, Sikic there, laying it down the wall. Going after it is Giefer. Now Sikic on the half wall can't hold it, and the North comes out. They've got 2-on-1, and they are barely onside. A centering pass comes over to the far side and played down by Petronik. Only played into the North zone. Buttweiler's pass at center is going to be carried into the zone, but without the puck. And now here comes East back. Meyer down the wing. And Henry Meyer is tied up there. He goes behind the net. Meyer looking, trying to center it. Nothing doing. Now he does put it in front, and it goes off a group of gray shirts. And it's going to be controlled there by Marvin. Federer to the near side. 11.5 minutes to go. Will we find a winner here? We shall see as the puck behind the goal. Now the East getting it loose to the edge. Now a drive by Meyer was stopped. Loose now at the right edge, and the puck is frozen. And the net is off, and we'll get a face-off with 11:15 now to go. Meyer is the trigger man in front on that last attempt. And he and Stenger wound up both with opportunities. Riley Cook on the face-off. A conversation going on here. And a face-off win. And a shot. Oh, a nice glove catch. As Meyer playing the trigger position, put a shot on goal, and they'll drop it again. And again, Meyer has to come in front. He shoots, save made as the puck came down off of Otten, loose in the left corner. And the East continuing to put on pressure. They throw it across past Meyer, and now behind the net, Stenger comes out the near side, dropping it to Diskerud at the right point. And now a centering pass from Stenger is broken up and goes to the corner. And now towards Meyer at the left point, now down to the half wall. And lugging it across. There was Cook, now a shot right on from the wing boards by Braden Stenger, who has been used at defense for most of this game. But there, you saw a bit of a rotation, and Meyer was on the left point for most of that shift. Now it comes in front of the goal, and now dribbles off towards the right corner. And Liam Brooks is there. Spins away in the corner, trying to get away from Thole, and now it's played all the way back into the zone. Here's a race for it, and coming after it is Olick. And Olick has it with players in front, drops it to the point. Greshner shoots and a save made. Comes off to the near wall, and Rankin threw it right up the middle in his zone and has picked off. Here's a shot and a stop made off Brooks. Now we have a whistle and a penalty in the corner, and that's going to put the North on the power play. A trip is indicated. And with 9 minutes and 49 seconds to go, the North will get a power play. And heading to the penalty box for the East is Logan Petronik. Now from the draw, back in the left corner. Cleared around on the near side for Rankin. 1:54 in the penalty. Now it comes loose to the circle, and it's going to be cleared back out to center ice. And going back for it there is Buttweiler. He feeds it up the near wing. And now here they come in again. And this is McGovern. Now Kraft, who had the tying goal a while ago. McGovern behind the goal. Comes out the far side and still has it as he managed to maneuver somehow around Cook. Puck along the near wall, and now it's played back behind the net as the North tries to work it around. And there was Sikic taking his man in against the boards. In to help out is Medlin. And now loose to the high slot. And again, the North trying to disrupt, and they do hold it in. Closing in, it's Buttweiler shooting, and a save, they score on the rebound. And the North on a power play takes a 3-2 lead with 8:50 to play. And that was just a nice play by Buttweiler, who came in, held the zone, and just worked right up the slot. And his backhand had just enough momentum to get across the line, and it's 3-2. Face off. And we're back underway, and here comes the North again over the line as they again take it right to the net. Here's a drop pass and a shot. Didn't miss by much there from Schultz as Holtman deflected it over the top. Now a centering pass is in skates and finally picked up there and played out by Stenger to center ice. And the East coming in as Giefer plays it to the boards on that side. Now a centering pass comes all the way through from Langer to the far side, and let's see how the East handles going behind here with 8 minutes to go. Now here is Sikic in the slot. He takes the shot, a save made, rebound has come down in front, and the goaltender down, and I think he's got it. He does have it, and he got back up just an instant before Wolfram got there.
In the second half, number 8, Henry Buttweiler, with the assist to number 5, Owen Kraft, and number 9, Zane Medlin.
Medlin and Kraft getting the assists on the goal from Buttweiler, which is also read as Alexandria from Moorhead and Duluth, to put the North ahead. Under 8 minutes to go. And now the North again getting a centering pass, and a point-blank shot is fanned on there by Jackson. Now the puck goes out of play. Roderick Jackson with a good chance and was not able to get a stick on it. .47 left, and they're going to get the centerman squared away. And the linesman says, here's where I want your feet. And in front, Jackson with a shot, and a save made there by Hopman, and that will bring another face-off as Roderick Jackson evidently listened to instruction quite well and immediately got a scoring chance. And now it's played through the centerman's feet. Now the East able to break the zone, and they do come out. Meyer over the line, he fires, and that goes off the defender, Duranian wide. Now outlet pass to center, picked up there, Sikic. Now over the line, Meyer. He throws it across as he was there looking for Fletcher Persig, couldn't get it to him. Now comes to the dot, and they'll work in for a shot, and over skating the puck at the last moment. Now loose. As Petronik had a good opportunity there, but just in a little bit too deep, and now they'll come right around off the face-off dot. Cook feeding it, getting it back from Petronik. Now he throws it across for Meyer in the opposite circle. And now it'll run towards the left point, Stenger, and that's blocked. The shot coming off of Petronik. Now played on out to center ice. And Petronik is skated off there. Now we have a penalty coming, and it's going to go against the North, and that's going to be a rough. And I'm not certain who it's against, but it might be Wise. And it is, I think. Well, let's see. Wise was headed to the penalty box, and then he turned around because it wasn't him after all. In fact, the penalty is against Roderick Jackson. So a power play here for the East with a chance to tie the game. 6:32 to go. Now at the left point, played across to the near circle, and that's Rankin feeding it back over to the left. A centering pass, point blank shot, and that is stopped in front off the stick of Stenger. And now here comes the North back. They'll carry over the line. A shot, and that winds up going wide as Kraft cut for the net. Now a shot goes wide from Buttweiler, and now it comes out to center ice. Now picked up for the East and over the line, and they're offside as Rankin hits the line, and Brady Thole in just a hair too soon. 6:01 to go. And a minute and a half of power play remaining, and of course the North scored on theirs to take this lead. Rankin feeding it over to the left side and then getting it back on a return. Rankin drops it, and Diskerud feeds it over to the left. Now loose at the right edge and finally played back behind the net. Come out the near side, and they try a wraparound. Loose at the left edge, loose in the crease. They whack away at it. Boy, a great chance there for Brady Thole, and not able to make it happen. Thole will come out of the corner halfway through the power play. Here's a shot that winds up going loose to the near corner, and another penalty coming against the East as Thole wound up taking down player behind the play, and interference is going to be called as Buttweiler was the player pulled down, and now it's going to be 4-on-4 hockey for 48 seconds, and then a power play of 1:12 for the North. We still have 2 games to play here in our 2023 Championship Sunday here at Stars of Tomorrow. Now the puck down. And goes back behind the net, cleared up the near side now. And the East will play it on out to center. Wolfram. And now drop back into the zone. 4 aside for another half minute. And stepping on the puck as he played it ahead there was Langer. But it comes rink wide into the zone, and going back for it is Brooks. And here he comes. Brooks over the line. Still has it. Shoots. And he put something on that one. But Holtman is able to get the glove on it and make the stop. 17 seconds in 4-on-4, followed by a 1:12 power play for Team North with 4:48 to go, and they are nursing that 3-2 lead. Faceoff comes back to the right point. And now they start to work it around. A return pass is poked on out to center by Langer, and it's going to come all the way back. And by the time they catch up to it, they'll be on the power play as the North will ring the net through Deraney. And then played around on the right corner. Now they are on the power play for 1:10. And a pass over to the far side. And finally tipped on into the zone, trying to latch onto it there. The left of the goal was Wise. Now controlled by the East back behind the net with less than a minute to play. And they played up the wall and out to center. Meyer couldn't reach it, then played in rink wide. And here comes Jackson in. He shoots, and a save made. Good chance there, and Holtman came up with the answer. And with 4 minutes to go, the puck now behind the East goal. And picking it up there was Sikic, playing it around on the far side. He'll get it back behind the net. 31 seconds to go. Now they lose the puck. A centering pass in front, and it's shot wide by Wise as he was falling. 23 seconds to go on the power play. Now Wise goes down, or not Wise, but Brooks goes down in front. Now Wise does play it behind the net. 14 seconds to go. Centering pass loosed at the right edge, and Wise did a swipe at it. And now it comes on out to center ice. North in possession. And unable to play it ahead is Deraney. Loose at center ice as the penalty comes to an end. Teams at even strength with 3:17 to go and over the line. Jackson can't quite reach it. Comes to the right point and unable to hold the zone as well. It was Medlin. Now loose at neutral ice. And the team's at full strength as the East brings it in. Now play it ahead. North starts back with 3 minutes to go. And a nice play there by Diskerud. He will take it away and go behind the net. Diskerud to the near side. And then he takes a bump from Kraft. Now puck played out to center and would be a hand pass if it came onto a red shirt. Now they come in over the line. And Stenger unable to make that cut towards the net. Now here comes the North back. Buttweiler again going in on goal. He scores! Buttweiler! Oh, he took over that third period, the second period I should say. And he's got his second goal. And it is now 4-2 for the North. An influential player certainly for this North team. And it's 4-2 with 2:24 to play. And Buttweiler had not scored a point coming into this game in the tournament. Has two clutch goals here in the second half of this one. And now here comes East back. Rankin over the line, and that's stolen away. Played back out to center, and Sikic with under 2 minutes to go. Puck is in the center circle. And turning back is Rankin. Finally tries to play it ahead, and nothing doing there. Finally chipped into the zone, and the North comes back in. A shot whizzes wide from Kyoto. Now to the near boards, and Deraney behind the net. Centering pass, runs up the slot, and it's going to roll out to center ice. And the North will pick it up and regroup. Deraney feeding the right and then getting it back on a return with 90 seconds to go. Here's a pass that deflects in the air and comes down. Played in over the line, and it's offside. As Marvin tried to bring it in, and the question now is when will the goaltender come off with 1:23 to go? We're going to get the timeout taken here. Let's take a quick break here for the timeout. Back with more right after this.
Brewpub Pizza is specifically designed with the hungry in mind. It's big, it's bold, and it's outrageously delicious. Brewpub Lotta Matza Pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies, topped with over a half pound of real Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. When you're looking for the ultimate pizza adventure, when you crave a really serious pizza that brings the great Brewpub experience, this is the one. Pick it up today at your favorite local grocer. Brewpub Lotta Matza Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
I think anytime you're beginning a season or beginning a new sport where maybe you haven't been as well conditioned as later in the season or near the end of the year, that's when you're going to be most prone to overuse types of injuries. That's going to be sprains and strains and tendonitis and stress fractures. And so I think it's most important to kind of slowly ramp up into an activity and build your volume in a stepwise way instead of jumping in all at once.
Brewpub Pizza is specifically designed with the hungry in mind. It's big, it's bold, and
23 to go. The teams will come back out, and the East try and find a way to remove Holtman here and get an extra skater, which they can't do yet. Now he's halfway to the bench. Is starting up as Meyer, and hits poke checked off his stick. Now carrying on for the East is Petronik, and now he's over the line. Goaltender off with 1:12 to go. A centering pass winds up in the corner. And now it's 6 skaters against 5 and up the slot. A nice play there by Thole to hold the zone. It goes back to the near corner with 1 minute to go. Now Sikic at the right point, looking for some traffic in front. Now he can shoot through. Here's a shot from the wing boards right on, and a save made. As Olsen, that's held in on the line. A nice play there, and a shot trickles off the goaltenders. Petronik held the zone, and now it's cleared all the way down the ice. There'll be an icing call with 41 seconds to go in the North here. Looking pretty good. They trailed 2-1 after one. They've come up with 3 goals here in the second half, including 2 from Buttweiler, who have been real good. Face-off coming up now as they try to get everybody squared away. Meyer on the face-off, feeds it to the left point. It's tipped ahead and out to center ice, and a chance to ice the game. Here's a shot, and there's the open net goal to make it 5-2. And the North will win this contest. Open net goal from Zane Medlin, who's also had a good game today for the North, and they will win this game. With 30 seconds to go, it's now a 5-2 lead. Pass on the near side is a little bit too far for Schultz and comes back into the zone. Chasing after a Diskerud behind the goal. And with 20 seconds to go, it comes through center ice, unassisted goal for Medlin. And with 16 seconds to go, they do break the line as Keeper will feed it. And now it comes in front and deflected wide. Now Rankin from the board shoots, and that goes off the goaltender. 4 seconds to go. And a good win here for the North as they defeat the East team 5-2. They score 4 goals in the second, and they win it going away, as it turns out. And a very nice performance there for the North team, which picks up the victory and avenges yesterday's 4-2 loss to this same East team. So we'll get the handshake line here, and then we will get the announcement of the MVP.
So we can introduce the tournament MVP. Again, fantastic. Folks, let's have a big round of applause for these two teams for having such fantastic tournament. There's some tremendous talent. At this time, we'd like to introduce the tournament MVP from the North team, number 5, Owen Kraft.
Owen Kraft, the MVP, and he showed some flashes in this championship game of what he's capable of doing, and very talented player. Now we'll get the picture of the MVP, and then we will get ready to go for our next game. It's the 2011s. It's going to be West versus South.
Congratulations, boys. Fantastic tournament.
In that game, South comes in undefeated, 3-0, and the West will come in 2-1. These teams played in the first round of the tournament, but more about that when we get there. Game scheduled to start at 2:30. And it's the North team, the champions, by a final score of 5-2 here on the Youth Hockey Hub.
Brew Pub Pizza is specifically designed with the hungry in mind. It's big, it's bold, and it's outrageously delicious. Brew Pub Lotta Matza Pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies, topped with over a half pound of real Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. When you're looking for the ultimate pizza adventure, when you crave a really serious pizza that brings the great Brew Pub experience, this is the one. Pick it up today at your favorite local grocer. Brew Pub Lotta Matza Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
Generally speaking, water is a better fluid to use to rehydrate with. A big part of the importance of hydration is hydrating before the race rather than during the race. So, the hydration before a long distance race in particular really starts the day before the race, probably almost 24 to 36 hours before the race, to be completely hydrated